What's going on, guys? It's your boy Slazer here, and we're having a very fun time here because not only do I get to watch the woke weirdos melt down, but I get to watch all the grifters try and cope with Dragon Age Veilgard. You get the woke weirdos trying to make every excuse why this game is doing phenomenally well, which is absolute cope, and then you get to watch all the grifters who for some reason got it in their head that this game wasn't going to break more than 2 or 3,000 players. Because like I said previously, this is not like a Concord or a Justice League or Kill the Justice League. It's not like those. This is a franchise, the same thing we see with movies, where these companies will try and inject the politics into series and movies that already existed because they know nobody will buy the garbage. So I was expecting Dragon Age Veilgard to have a couple tens of thousands of players, which is exactly what happened because they leached off a franchise, hoped everybody would ignore the garbage, and play the game. And that is exactly what happened. And that's why everybody's freaking out because Dragon Age Veilgard released with a grand total of 84,000 players over its weekend release. So yes, this game had plenty of time to actually grow during the weekend because that was the original cope I heard. Well, yeah, it's only 70,000 now, but it'll grow over the weekend when people are off of work, and that is not at all what happened. And to put it into perspective, because 84,000 does seem like a lot, and it comes out to probably by the time Steam takes their cut. On Steam alone, they probably made about $3.5 million, not including all the refunds people did. Now, we'll talk about the refunds in a second because there are some fake images going around, and I want to absolutely address those before anybody gets caught up in the BS drama. Because it is better to know and not talk about something than to talk about something you do not know. But yes, 84,000 players, but something else happened. Something else happened. A game released a demo. A demo, not the actual game. The game comes out in a couple months, but a demo. And that is Monster Hunter Wilds, the beta test. The beta test over the weekend got nearly 500,000 players. It got nearly 400,000 more players. 400,000 more players. That is what a game that people want to play looks like. That is what happens when you take a franchise and you don't overly inject it with woke identity politics. You get a game where a beta does more than your initial release, which I think is absolutely hilarious. I love to see it. I love everybody like, yeah, we got 80,000 players. And then Monster Hunter just comes out like, y'all say something? I love to see it. But Forbes is definitely running interference for this game because yeah, well, they had to write an entire article over the weekend for it because Dragon Age, the Veilgard user score split as predictably as possible. Now, what could they possibly mean by that? Well, let's take a quick read at this. Dragon Age Veilgard, the Veilgard arrived with pretty solid critic scores, which I called out as absolute garbage. There's no way this is a 9 out of 10 because we had early videos of the voice acting and the scripts and the choices and how they made you sit through a struggle session in a fucking video game. Translating into what appears to be a pretty solid sales, at least at the very least, putting up the highest player count EA or BioWare has seen on Steam. Again, reference my comparisons. You're not doing well. That's not a good thing. With seemingly good console performance as well, that's not true at all. But after critic reviews come in, user score go live, it was exceptionally easy to predict how they're going to be split between players who had played the games and ones that likely hadn't. See if you can spot the difference. All right, so Steam, which we do have a history of these game companies attempting to censor their reviews. That has absolutely happened. We've had to engage Steam ourselves as communities to stop absolute review bombings. They will do something about review bombings. If you go in and start just rating a game terribly and you say stupid stuff like it's alt-right or it's woke left, Steam will absolutely remove those reviews. So I do not trust Steam reviews for games that are controversial at all. Mostly positive. I doubt that. Mixed at best. And we can. Did I? No, this was before my channel's time. This happened with Factorio. In fact, the guy from Factorio made a random comment about how he's voting for Orange Man. Absolutely based, which is why I bought the game. And I absolutely love that game. But anyway, digressing back to the topic, people went in and review bombed his game and started giving it all negative reviews. We had to go in and get those removed and talk to Steam about that. He got those removed eventually. Game's doing phenomenally well. But here we are again. Steam gets review bombed by people who don't like the woke commie bullshit. And now we have a 77 mostly positive review. But they go on with Xbox 4 to 5 stars. I call BS. Metacritic 3.4 out of 10. I find that more believable. You can guess which 3 platforms they require you to own the game to rate. Okay, I just literally debunked all their other garbage. The Metacritic user score is mainly being used as a protest metric, which is funny. They don't say that when people go in on Metacritic and upvote a woke game. It's like, look at the Metacritic score. It's so good. It's only when stuff that they have doesn't do well. It's a little disconcerting, but also shows how two-faced all these companies are. Just remember, you cannot hate games journalists enough. Where it seems every other review listed, they're accused the game of being woke, using DI, or pushing an agenda. We literally have videos of it. We literally have the videos of it. You being forced to sit down for a struggle session to suffer from misgendering somebody in the game. That is 100% woke, DEI, and pushing an agenda. Oh my god, they go on to say this is all largely based on a plotline in the game that went viral where a character identifies as non-binary in their personal quest line. Whoa. Yeah, see, Forbes is just pushing the guard. Yeah, see, this is exactly what I'm saying. They want to call out everybody for being right wing, and you call them out for being woke, and they try and flip the script. But I mean, you can legitimately go and look at the negative reviews here, and there are tons of them. Product refunded. I don't think there's a way. Let's see. Most helpful. I like the most helpful, where you get a bunch of people giving people awards for their reviews. Absolutely fantastic. The most helpful of all times, of all reviews, are the negative ones. Doesn't work on Steam Deck. 9 years for an installment. It's not the same thing. And these are people with 22 hours, 12 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours, 30 hours in the game. Yes, I will absolutely trust those people. But if you remember, at the beginning of the video, I said there's a fake tweet, a fake screenshot going around, and it's getting the grifters who are trying to latch on to anything they can to say this is a worse failure than it is. And it's this one right here, seeing almost 300,000 refund requests. I don't think it's going to get more players. Then again, there are billions of people on there, so it's really a toss-up. And they posted this screenshot with refund requests, 283,308. Now, my first question when I saw this was like, how does it have 250,000 refunds? But then I heard account security, purchase and billing support, game and Steam technical support, and I was like, I think this is just a general page on Steam. And lo and behold, it absolutely is. It is 100% just the generic refund request. It's a stat on Steam you can pull up yourself. It's their general support tab. Somebody was trying to pass this off as Dragon Age Veilgard. 823 likes, 21,000 views, 40 retweets. People are falling for this. Don't do it. It's that simple. And another complaint I have about this game is that everybody and their mother is trying to stream this game because, well, they want to hop on the grift. And I admire you hopping on the grift. But I saw thousands of people streaming on YouTube that were mocking the game, doing live streams. Thousands of people bought this game strictly to try and grift off its absolute wokeness and laugh at it. Quit hate buying stuff. Quit hate watching movies. Quit hate watching shows. Quit hate playing video games. Stop doing it. There would have been thousands of less people playing, and it would have been even more of an L for EA and BioWare on this woke garbage. Don't do it. Don't hate buy, don't hate watch, don't hate buy anything. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share this one out. And until the next one, guys, be easy like sleazy.